Joel DeLama says, my dad always told me to look at their feet. You can tell what kind of woman she is by how she takes care of her feet. And that
Especially, I mean, it's one thing that she takes care of it. She's actually got hooves. I'm out.
Right. So if that's the hurdle one is that they have to be feet, and then the condition. This harkens back to, if you're not a regular listener, we tapped into Kevin's extensive focus on the woman's feet. Actually, backed up and correlated by one of your Army friends, Franz.
Franz, who I still owe a phone call to. I apologize, Franz.
So this is
I've been busy this week.
Yeah, a little bit going on in Florida this week. This gets us to the game is afoot. Let's see what we can do with this. I'm going to play along with you because I gave Steve the task of finding and not telling me the feet. So we're going to get some feet coming up on the screen.
And what are we doing?
Well, we'll do a quick analysis, and then how many sets of feet? And we're going to give a winner. We're going to give a winner, and then we'll zoom out and see who each of them were, who got our thumbs up and our thumbs downs. How many, Steve, how many are there? Okay.
I like the fact that Steve, when we made that reference the other, like he actually was able to come find a foot thing.
Yeah, it was Kardashian, wasn't it? The one we did.
Yeah, we gave Kim Kardashian a thumbs up.
Yeah, she did get the big thumbs up.
Okay, so it's Wiki Feet.
So Kev, you can go online later. Wiki Feet. I'm getting information.
I'm going to see fucking hooves, and it's like I'd rather not see feet at all. So why do you think so many girls wear their fucking heels to bed?
So many girls
Right?
wear their heels to bed.
Hey, I'm just going to leave these heels on because I think it's kinky and sexy.
It's hot, right?
That and the fact you cover your fucking hooves.
So those of you listening, who are many tens of thousands of listeners every week on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you get your podcasts, iHeart, we will describe what we're seeing. We do encourage you to go call it up on YouTube afterwards. How's that look in there? Are you getting closer?
Can we get any closer?
I'm trying to zoom my screen in.
So
the shoes...
The shoes got her all fucking bunched up anyway, so...
I think that's what is actually constricting.
I don't even know who the fuck that is, but...
Well, now, okay, so now I noticed that the forward foot, the second toe is considerably larger than the big toe.
It's in both. But I don't know if it's because it's constricted and there's pressure on the big toe, which is forcing a loss of length. Yeah, and T says the pinky toe is destroyed. I mean,
yeah,
that's got to be.
True.
I mean, it's between like what we've done to women, with corsets and all this other crazy shit that we've made them endure throughout the years. Like
right,
somehow
beauty.
somehow this is high fashion.
Beauty, what price? So yeah, okay. So all right, so that's number one.
Okay. You know what? I mean,
the shoe is really obstructing this, but very thin. Ankles are. This is going to be a very thin foot. Dare I say, even bony, maybe. And
that's okay because I'd rather have a thin ankle than a bear cub fucking, a bear cub fucking paw for a
big fucking Dak Ham a cankle.
Yeah, some offensive lineman from Nebraska.
All right.
Big old fucking corn-fed motherfucker. Okay, who we got here? Those are fucking. That's a pretty fucking. I mean, she's a little bit separated at the top, but that's a nice descent.
The symmetry is
yes.
It's like they drew it with a line, like with a ruler there. All the toes are in descending length. I think the separation.
I just want to tell you something right now before we go too strong. T said this might be fucking Steve's way of getting us with an Asian dude. He said Steve might be fucking hitting us with an Asian dude. We're going to put his feet over here. So I'm going to fucking go, yeah, they look pretty good. Even if they were an Asian dude's feet.
It's an Asian dude with pink toenail, pink polish. So
come
fucking
on, man.
props to him for keeping his feet in good shape like
fucking.
that. I think the separation at the top was the. They were wearing flip flops, so I think it was just pushing.
Yeah,
the
no,
big toe apart.
that's that. Whether male or female is an attractive foot.
He's not scared to say that, guys. He's comfortable.
No.
All right, let's get another one up here. Let's see. Ooh, yeah.
That second one, not bad.
There's a hook. There's an arch, almost like a hungry hippo, that's extending its neck to grab a marble on the second toe.
It's a poorly designed shoe. That band is not stopping her forward motion, so she's having to dig her feet into to push off, and she's almost like she's done. If she did 5,000 steps that day in those shoes, it's like fucking after you do a bicep workout and you can't straighten your arm. So I'm gonna say not bad, and just really fucking poor choice again of shoes. Could you imagine getting up in the morning and go, fuck, I got a 10-hour day. Let me put these motherfuckers on.
Yeah, for anyone listening, they're flats with like really no support. A very slight heel, maybe.
It looks like fucking they were made in Dodge City in like 1827.
Yeah, and a very loose strap.
Yeah,
but I'm still troubled by the second toe. Now the next to last toe, the one next to the pinky, appears to be inflating. Now again, it could be the angle and the foot lurching forward and kind of gripping the edge of the sandal. But it is large, so I much prefer the one we'd seen before this.
I'm not kicking her off the team for those feet.
Okay. We got another one.
So those
We'll reveal who they were at the end to see our.
I don't even know. They showed the blonde hair girl at the beginning. I have no idea. I don't know who that was.
She was too far away. I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I don't know. Was Paris Hilton or
probably wouldn't. That's funny you said that because it was reminiscent of her to me. Okay, so now here, we have some issues here.
Those look like they've been in a car wreck.
I was going to say
her feet, she had her feet up on the dash.
Was that would that be a bunion on the side there? Is that what you would call that? What would you call that with the protrusion?
You showed her. I didn't even see who it was. I don't give a fuck what. It's horrendous.
The colors, the nail polish is red, so that's a nice
but it's
choice.
like it's so
goes good with her skin tone.
Yeah, but like, does that one next to the pinky? Has it even got paint on it? Has it got a nail? What the fuck is that?
Oh, the little white. Yeah, I'm not sure what that is. And very long second toes, with a very elongated second toe. It's just the right turn on that bone there on the.
She'd have to be a 12 above the ankles to be on the team.
Okay.
And that shot that they showed didn't look like it. Unless it was Selma Hayek, then she could have the ugliest feet on earth. Can't look down below a breast, brother.
And let's see here.
Yeah.
Okay, so only two are visible.
Three.
Three, right? The big toe and then two after. The symmetry's okay.
Looks like there's. It looks like the I can't see how that material is back from the middle toe, like halfway down the toe, and it's like there's not that much of a differential between. I mean, if you have symmetry to your feet, there's not that much of a differential between the middle toe and the
third one.
Would it be the ring toe and the small toe?
I was thinking that. What do you call the one with the ring toe? Yeah. But yeah, you're right. Unless again, it is being pushed and compressed by the.
Is it the piggy that went to the market? I don't recall.
I think he stayed home. I think that.
Fuck it. I think I might stay home on those feet.
Yeah. So I think the first two are the ones that fared best.
The Asian dude's gonna win. I mean, there's just no doubt about it.
The last one, that last one didn't bother me as much. The one in the flats, there's something that tells me if we had a top down angle that they'd be much more troubling than they were from the low angle shot. So let's see who.
right,
so who
who do we
was
got
this? I'm probably not going to know who it is, Steve. So you're going to have to tell me. Is that Christina Applegate 30
No,
years
that's-
ago?
That's Mrs. Wife.
Oh, right. Okay.
See, when we went, we don't know because like sometimes her feet look because we were looking at feet that week and like she was like one of the people that just like was like the foot model. Like she had like 8 pictures that came up on the first screen of images.
I think
So
the
obviously
shoes
a lot
were,
of people
interfering here.
Yeah, a lot of people want to know about her feet. But good. I mean, she's tall.
Good for her.
You know. So yeah, yeah, good. She's fine. She's a very attractive lady. She's very sweet. And
I can
she's
hear
never,
the.
she's
I can
been
hear
very
the,
kind
the-
to me.
I can feel the tweets for next week. Show us your feet. Like your feet are so perfect. Like your feet are so perfect.
Oh,
Who are you
fuck.
to judge feet?
Mine are fucking brutal.
Right.
Mine are brutal.
That's why
But
you can appreciate.
I'm also not I'm not a chick with my shit painted. Hell, you'll never fucking see me on an airplane with flip flops. I got these fucking thing called Keens. You can Google it. They're flip flops, but they cover your hooves, man. I'm not doing that to somebody. I'm not crossing my leg and throwing a hoof up on you, sitting fucking 2C.
So this is where we thought maybe this
Is that fucking Asian guy was from Star Trek.
No, this was. Is that Kim again?
Fucking dead ringer, man.
Yeah. Past the.
How about her? Is that fucking the Courtney with her? Yeah. How's her? Can we see her hooves? Any
I don't
Courtney
think
action?
her feet are in the shot. No.
Nah. Yeah. Why is Courtney 7'5"? No wonder she dates basketball players. Fuck. Broad's a fucking solid 7-footer.
So it was in fact not George Takei. It was Kim Kardashian, though they are often confused.
George Takei just fucking opened on Broadway, I think, or off Broadway, this one-man show at 85 years old. He was yesterday.
Oh, is he? I know he produced that and wrote that show about.
He's doing. I read he was doing some kind of like Broadway gimmick. So if you're a fan of George's, like, you know, check him out. He'd probably love to see you in the crowd.
We're still in segment 1, if anyone's counting.
I don't give a fuck, man.
I know, neither do I. This is
I
how we
mean,
roll.
this is I'm sorry, man. Like, me and my son are so fucking shell shocked over this fucking storm.
You needed a little release. I sensed that you guys need a little release, and I'm happy to give you your release. So I zoom out on this one. This is the one that was the flats that we thought might have been. Oh, who's that now?
Is that Amber Heard?
That's Amber Heard.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I've seen her feet in person. They're not there. They're not fucking. They're not
I was
bad.
going to say you had firsthand knowledge, and they're
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
They're okay.
Who's the bandolero next to her?
Is that
we
more
didn't
Amber?
see. We didn't see those feet.
No, I think he's looking for the.
Steve, what are you doing? No, we're gonna get a fucking.
Listen, Steve, you can have fun with this later, okay?
Are we gonna get a gentleman Steve Regal fucking run in again? The villain. I don't know who that cat is. He did a
it's
good
not
job.
Kevin, nor is it Johnny. So
No.
maybe a new friend. So now the next one was the
No attorney.
the black shoes. These, right, exactly.
Right.
You know who very quickly he zoomed out before. I thought it was maybe George Clooney's wife. It looked
Oh,
like.
see, I thought it was from Parks and Rec. No, not Parks and Rec. 30 Rock.
Oh, Tina Fey?
Yeah, I thought it was Tina Fey.
Oh, I don't. Let's see.
Oh, that's Henry's. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Henry's fucking wife.
The princess.
Yes. Not anymore.
Yeah,
They realized that was a dead end.
but yeah, all right. So
They already want to get rid of fucking Charles over there. They're like, there's a fucking petition to get rid of that motherfucker.
well, they knew it was coming for like 50 years. You know,
He's
how
still
old is he anyway?
78, I think, 75.
Yeah.
I don't know.
All right, so Kim gets the Kim. Oh no, I forgot about these. The
Last
black ones.
one.
Okay, so
He's gonna hit us with Charlize Theron. He's gonna. I know it. That's not
well,
her.
I think those would be identifiable. Well, these you were higher on these than I was.
Yeah.
Charles is 73.
I just like the. I know that the person's tall, because there's no way you got a size 16 foot if you're not fucking tall. That's a paddle right there.
Let's see who this belongs to.
5'9" or above. Who is it?
Oh, it's Susan Sarandon.
Susan Sarandon. She's not. She's got a lot of miles on those fucking dogs. I'll give her a slide.
Yeah, but
Robbins will appreciate it.
But a very attractive woman always, right? Always kind of kept it together, I thought.
Yeah.
She's still with Tim Robbins?
I don't know.
He's a tall bastard too.
6'6".
So,
I think.
you know, I had a funny moment since we're rolling here. I am getting reports that there has been in real time here, because we were shooting this on a Wednesday night. There has been a fight backstage once again at AEW. I'm gonna text my.
I mean, who pinched who?
Well, this is Andrade. I wasn't gonna bring it up because I didn't know if there was enough of a story here with Guevara and Andrade going back and forth in the last few days, like calling each other out on Twitter, like which, I mean, would be an interesting way to work some heat if they weren't kind of insulting the sport while they were doing it. That's kind of the issue, and that's why I think if it's a shoot, that Tony Khan probably should squash it or at least do damage control, because they're tweeting that like they're I'm gonna misquote, but alluding to the fact that they're not stiff, and you know, like this is still supposed to have an air of believability here. So
yeah, but
like,
I mean,
don't call out like the loose.
Yeah, but the last thing you want, I mean, the art of what we do as professional wrestlers is, and I made reference to it with Edge when he opened up on Dom Mysterio, is the first 3 punches he threw looked like they were live rounds,
Right.
but they weren't. So it's I watch these guys clothesline each other, and this new thing they do where they like take their their elbows and slam them into. What the fuck, man? You can't work that. That's your collarbone. That's your fucking T1, C7, C6. You know, like that. Yeah, it's great right now when you're a fucking jabroni, fucking getting a little bit of TV time. Fucking turn 60 years old when you fucking go to back out of your, of your crib, and you got to rely on nothing but the sensors and the camera, because you can't turn your neck to look. Like, ain't cool, man. Like, oh, I'm stiff. No, good for you. Let me,
Steve,
fucking
if you
work
can
with
find
you.
the tweet, so that I want to make sure I'm not misleading. But anyway, my impression when I was reading the tweets was you involve the business and the illusion of the business in your angle. What have you done then?
I saw something the other day, like somebody was making a reference. Somebody that, I mean, I can't think of who it is offhand, but somebody that I actually kind of respect their opinion, and basically saying, like, enjoy this while you can, because in 20 years that this won't be around.
In relation to
Professional wrestling.
the whole sport, you think?
Yeah. And I mean, it's like, I don't know, man. It's been around since fucking TV.
Yeah. I don't think it's going anywhere.
It's the only consistent. It's the only consistent programming since, I think, TV started, besides news. Let's see it.
I said it to your face. Here's a tweet from Andrade. I said it to your face. If you have a problem with me and said nothing, I won't beat your ass because I'm a professional. Don't be scared. When I say something, I name names, and I'm not scared to get fired. Yeah, this wasn't the one. This was in response to something, or maybe it was the response to this. There was just a lot of...
Is it Sammy, the guy that was the champ for a while?
Sammy Guevara, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So I can't see... Is that who worked the match with Flair?
Yeah. There's even a reference by...
a little bit of a size difference there, Andy.
But Sammy even makes reference to his,
Small cock?
No, father-in-law. This is Sammy. You didn't say shit to me, you liar, but here's some truth, you ungrateful prick. You would be jobless if it wasn't for your dad-in-law. Are you really mad at me or mad at yourself for failing to get over a second time? Just go back to WWE like we all know you want to do and fuck off. So then a reference to, okay, and then there's, that was the response.
All right, we're done with this. I'm not giving these guys any airtime.
No?
No, fucking pinch fight.
That's what I thought, but I heard something's going on tonight. I texted someone over there
Yeah.
to see what's up. Nothing coming back yet.
While I stand over both of them and fucking jerk off and shoot ropes down both their throats.
Yeah. There's a visual. Maybe they can get that on Wednesday night. They probably wait for a
Just a big fucking, just
pay-per-view.
that fucking one you used to get when you were 15. That fucking, that'd shoot up and you'd be laying on the bed and you'd shoot up like, where the fuck that go?
Take one on your neck.
Yeah, wham! Fuck! Hit you like a fucking octopus. Now you fucking jerk off and it's like fucking squeezing the top of fucking talcum powder. It's like, whoa.
That's what you all have to look forward to at 63. Okay, so let's
Nah,
see.
I'm still a load blasting savage. I'm just fucking, I'm doing a bit.
You can still do the
can
Peter
still-
North ropes.
Oh, fuck no. I
All
think
right, so
those
now
are fucking,
this...
it was early CGI.
Let's just keep going. So I was at a doctor's office with my wife. She had to have a brief procedure over in Manhattan, and so a few people in the waiting room. Us, guy a couple of seats down from her, Asian gentleman.
How were his feet?
Covered, thank God.
Okay.
Covered, and so a few people around the room. So the nurse comes out, or the doctor's assistant, whatever the hell she was, the one that calls the next person. And she's very, she's young. She's in that millennial thing, so she's definitely in the woke generation. And she's going, and she had a very petite voice. She's going, Mr. Chang. And I look right over. Now, of course, but she's not, because and a very interesting social experiment unfolded. How long will she fight the natural urge to look at the one Asian guy in the fucking room and go, Mr. Chang, we're ready for it? But nope, she's standing there going, Mr. Chang, like forcing herself to look at the little old lady sitting against the wall, such that she's never accused of breaking her wokeness. And I say to my wife, I said, how much does this guy have to do before she'll look right at him? If he pulled out a wok, would that be enough?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Are you the only other dude in the room?
No, there were two others. But
So it's you, Chang, and two other cats.
two other guys, my wife, a woman on the other side. So yeah. So of the misters, they had four.
I could see maybe a little bit you, but I don't know if these other two cats. They
would not look at the guy and just go, you must be Mr. Chang. Come with me. She fought it the whole fucking time. How much would he have had to do? Put on a big hat, pull out the wok. What would he have had to do? Chop something? What would he have had to do
How
for her
about
to go,
acknowledge the fucking bitch so he gets in there and the next person can come? I would have looked over and went, hey, yo, dude.
I just think
I got all fucking day. Get the fuck in there.
I think he might have been sleeping.
That's why I would have said, hey, fucking dude. I'm not Wang. All right. Are you Chung?
Everybody, let's have fun tonight
Chung
with
tonight.
this stiff one of the week, everybody. This stiff one of the week takes us to someone no longer with us. This is Bam Bam Bigelow on the Kliq. And his time in.
Can we not pick fucking dead people?
Well, it's easier because they can't respond, right?
No, you can't roast dead people.
You're nicer than I am. All right, here's Bam Bam.
Tell that to Chang.
You finally coming back to Titan?
Well, just independence was so terrible. I wasn't work. I did a couple shots with Paul. The company was weak back then, and it wasn't nothing against Paul. He just, it wasn't me.
Yeah.
It wasn't the level that I was used to. And going back to Titan was just another way to get exposure and get a longer run, a longer career. And, and I did it well. And pulled it off. Pulled it off.
Were there any bitter feelings still with you and Vince when you
Not
came
at
back?
all. Not at all. No, not at all. In fact, Vince gave me a hell of a push.
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah.
And even though they abused me in the end, but I think that was the influence of the Kliq trying to bury me because there was some problems with my friend Chris Candido and some rumors that I didn't like and some things. See, I'm old school, and these guys forgot what old school was all about. And there's certain things you do and you don't do, and they were doing the things that you shouldn't do. And in the day with the old timers around, if you did that shit, every wrestler would be on your case.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden they were scared of these guys, and I was the only one that stepped up to the plate and said, fuck all you guys, man. It's not right. It's wrong. And they went to Vince and just said, look, this guy's, he's got a bad attitude. It's bad for morale. Let's abuse him. And I didn't let them abuse me as much as they wanted to, and I just left.
All right.
Who was that fucking stellar
Interviewer.
interviewer?
I don't know. They didn't credit anybody. I would
Was he in
give
a
credit
fight?
to anybody.
Did
whose
you get
footage
that
we
from
used.
an iron lung?
An iron lung. Great reference. So now, all right, he's referencing Chris Candido, who was with Tammy, and Tammy was with Sean.
And who had, so once again,
Not you.
as Tatanka, it's like the Kliq is collective heat, and Sean had sizzling heat with the entire locker room.
But you're going to catch shrapnel because of that, right?
You know what? Then if I can quote the fucking immortal Super Shredder, then so be it.
Fuck. Did you or Sean?
I'll tell you this. On my mother and father's grave, when we had the meeting in Indianapolis before we drove with Vince and Briscoe to Applebee's or Chili's and had beers and went to TV at Columbus, we had a meeting at Country Square, whatever the fuck that hotel was. And I remember distinctly, fucking Vince went down the roster and they got to Bam Bam's name. And Scott said, I don't have a problem with Bam Bam. He can fucking go. He can play on my team. And nobody said, nah, fuck him. He's got a bad attitude. It was like, it wasn't even a question that Bam Bam could fucking do his job. We didn't have a problem with him. So he never came up and said shit to Sean. It's like all these guys, it sure is funny, man, because if somebody would have came up and said that to Sean, Sean would have fucking brought it up. Mm-hmm. Sean would have said, can you, what the fuck, what's he thinking? Nobody said anything. This is all retrospect. 10 years down, like everybody was a badass and we were fucking cock slaves. And it's like, no, that's not how it worked. We were the chaps with all the straps, but hey, what do you want me to do about it? Not take the push?
Now,
I don't remember there fucking being a ballot box, fucking people voting on shit.
Why is Vince going down a list of workers with you guys?
We had stroke.
But what was being decided? Who's going to get a run or who's leaving? What was being discussed?
He just wanted to know our opinion on existing talent. Because we had all the belts, so obviously he fucking liked what we were doing.
Is this the meeting that you summoned him to? And he got on a plane because you were going.
Yeah, Sean and I. Sean and I we called from a Coco's in Indianapolis on the fucking 2 payphones.
This is one of my favorite stories. You told this on air to me. I always
Yeah.
It's the definition of having stroke when you call the boss and say,
We're gonna quit.
we're not going on tonight,
We're gonna quit.
and he boards a plane.
Yeah. And then we told Hunter to sit in the room, like don't come down, because Hunter was new, and we said you don't you don't need this fucking heat. The rest of us we'll fend for ourselves, but you don't need this fucking heat. It was too soon.
Do you So he comes, and what was your issue? What did you do? You remember what you were?
Just a lot of things, guys. People were starting to use fucking other guys' finishes as high spots and house shows. Guys not wanting to do clean fucking jobs. It was always like some ref bump. It was like business was getting fucked up, and I know there was animosity because they probably thought, well, fuck it, man. What does it matter? These guys are just, they're passing an IC belt back and forth, and Nash has had the world title for a year. Mm-hmm. So fuck it. Like, what's.
Yeah, gotcha.
And then it went from me to Brett to Sean.
Did you bring up at all with Vince, including more chop finishes, like Chief Peter Maivia?
I just told him, I said, I don't think these guys work stiff enough.
Right.
And I'll work stiff, and I don't give a fuck who your father-in-law is.
Right.
I'll work stiff.
Right.
Fucker. Like something like that, and then just emphasize, like, I'll work stiff.
It is
Speaking of stiff, is it Blue Chew time?
Well, the stiff one of the week was not brought to us by anyone this week, but Blue Chew is a frequent sponsor of
Yes,
this. And I think
so
they
I will,
be back next week.
I love Blue Chew.